Now, the story about Moses, his last days. In the desert, Hebrew people were traveling for 40 years. Now, soon, the land that was where God had promised to give to them. For Moses, he was excited but disappointed. Why? God did not allow Moses to go into the promised land with all the other people of Israel. Why? Remember the story in the desert of sin at the mountain of Sinai. That area, there was no water. People were complaining against Moses and Aaron. Moses and Aaron, what did they do? They went to the tabernacle to pray. And God told Moses, take your staff with you, call the people to come together. The rock that's there, you say to the rock, then the water will come out. People or animals will be able to drink. Now, Moses followed, obeyed? No. He lost his patience. What did he do? He took the staff, went out, called the people to come. They all came. The rock was there. He was standing there. You rebellious. Do I have to take water out of that rock for you? Twice. Water came out of the rock. The people, the animals drank. Remember, God told Moses to speak to the rock. No, instead of allowing God's power to be shown at the rock, me, I want people to recognize me, my anger. He lost patience. God's response to emphasize Moses lacked faith, trust. He didn't honor God. That's why God did not allow Moses to go into the promised land. Moses prayed to the Lord to pick someone else to lead the Israelite people so the Israelites would not be like sheep without a shepherd. The Lord chose a man named Joshua. He had become the next leader. Remember, Joshua was one of the 12 spies who went to check up and spy. He had went to Canaan. That's him. Joshua stood in front of the people. Moses stood next to him, gave him authority to lead the Israelite people. Moses really wanted to go into the promised land. And he prayed, "Let me go." He wouldn't let him go. But Joshua and the people, they traveled. They would go and look out over the land. See, he could do that. Moses said to Joshua, "Now you will lead the people into the land that God has promised, our family from long ago. Depend on the Lord. Follow him. He will lead you. He will. He will be with you. Don't be afraid. Have courage." Moses on the mountain traveled up there. The east, near the city of Jericho, looked over the land. The Lord said, "That's the land that I promised Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. I will give to your family." Now they will continue giving to them there. Moses had already seen the promised land. Then he died. He was buried where? A place called Moab. Moses died 120 years old. Truly, 120 years old? I don't know. But still strong. Continued a long life. Moab. Israelite people mourned for Moses for 30 days. Moses, strong. Sometimes he doubted. Why? People were complaining against him. He depended on God. With God's help, Moses did accomplish wonderful things against Pharaoh in Egypt. Other prophets did accomplish wonders like that? No. Moses died. The next leader for the Israelite people was Joshua. He was filled with wisdom. People accepted him, obeyed him, and kept the law, followed it, that God had given through Moses. When Moses died, one part of the story for the Israelites was over, and now a new part of the story began. Before, God kept his many promises to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, so on. Now, God was ready to do his other promises